Hello and welcome to Trojans Live. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, and the head coach of USC men's basketball, Andy Enfield, joins us now. Coach's team got off to a good start. They were 4-1, set up for a showcase matchup with Stanford, and then everything got shut down as things do here in 2020. So what's up now, Coach? What have you been able to do lately, if anything, with the team, and what's the plan going forward?
We're excited to play Stanford, our first Pac-12 game. It obviously got shut down. So right now we're allowed to work out with one player individually on a court with one coach and just try to keep them in shape. We can't go team practice until the 27th. So we'll schedule a game for the 29th against Loyola Marymount and then play Colorado on the 31st. So we jump right into things after only 2 days of practice. We've been off since it'll be a 3-week hiatus since game to game.
Coach, I've been dug into football, but now we turn the page on that. It's basketball time. Jordan been giving me my updates on the team. How's the team played so far, and what you seen from, and what do you like from your guys so far?
We love our group. Our staff raves about them every day in the office. Every time we step on the practice court, they come to play. They play hard. They practice hard, and they're really good teammates. So we love how they share the basketball. We're a very good defensive team. And I think we've improved in that area in the last 3 or 4 weeks, right before we got shut down. But I think from the first game to our last game, we improved dramatically.
You have a few more players since last we saw you. You were about to debut Reese Waters, who was a freshman who was supposed to be in next year's class, and he shows up a semester early. Drake London's football season ended quickly, abruptly, so I would think he would hit the hardwood here pretty soon. And then Joshua Morgan, they had a blanket waiver, and all of a sudden he's eligible. So how do you handle the increased depth all of a sudden?
Well, it's a nice problem to have as a coaching staff. Reese Waters, how about this? He graduated early. He graduated a semester early, which was planned for him because their high school season's in jeopardy because of the COVID. They moved it to the spring, and I don't know if it's going to happen or not for high school. So he decided to come to early. He had his first official college practice on Saturday. We had a walkthrough prior to our Stanford game on Sunday, and then the next day we got shut down for 2 weeks. So what a way to welcome him to college basketball.
Welcome to college.
But Reese is going to be a terrific player. Joshua Morgan has had a great preseason for us. He practices every day against our tremendous front line, and he's part of that. So we're not sure how much he'll play this year because he intended to redshirt. He did not anticipate playing, but he'll be a backup plan in case we have more COVID or we have some serious injuries. But he's going to be a terrific player as well. And then Drake London, you never know. Drake was a tremendous basketball player in high school, had a fun year for us last year. As a late addition to our team after the bowl game, and we anticipate getting him back here in a couple of weeks.
Coach, a lot of the talk during the offseason was about Evan Mobley and how good this guy was. Jordan was telling me about how good he was. There's again a lot of stuff about him. How good is this guy? And it has been as advertised for you. And how what's the ceiling on him?
Evan, if you've watched him play, has just a fluidity and an ease of the game of basketball. It's hard to find that in 7 feet. He runs like a guard. He's very skilled with the basketball in his hands, meaning he can pass, shoot, and dribble. He's improving his physicality and learning how to play defense at this level. He can be very dominant on the defensive end. I think he's shown that the last couple of games. So we're holding teams at 35% from the field right now. Last year, we were 9th in the nation at 37%. So we're beating our team last year. I think we can be a better defensive team. And I think we're certainly better offensively this year because we have a little bit better playmaking. And Evan is a big part of that. He averages 2.5 assists a game, and he's a terrific passer. For instance, when he gets doubled in a post, he hits guys in their shooting pocket from the three-point line. And we're just teeing it up from the perimeter when he gets double teamed.
Sean and I have spent much of the fall whining about the college football playoff system and how they decided to shake things out. Have you thought at all, or do you have any ideas on what NCAA tournament selection is going to look like this year? Because you just look around the college basketball landscape and, you know, you have big-time programs like Duke, which will always get the benefit of the doubt, but there's nothing on their non-conference resume. You have a program like DePaul, which last I checked hasn't played a single game yet because they've been shut down multiple times from COVID. And you yourself had this extremely challenging non-conference slate lined up where you're going to play Gonzaga. Turns out the number 1 team in the nation, Kansas, maybe the number 2 team in the nation. All that gets canceled all because of COVID. So Do you have any idea how this sport is going to be judged this year?
It's very unpredictable, Jordan. I think we were disappointed. We had a great preseason schedule, as you said, out of conference schedule with Gonzaga, Kansas on the road. Then we're going to Brooklyn to play in the Legends Classic. That got moved to Mohegan Sun. Our whole schedule is brand new. In fact, now we're in the process of scheduling a few more new games. We have Loyola Marymount on the 29th, and then we have to pick up one more because our San Francisco game, who we're not originally going to play, which was an addition, now they're subtracted. And so it's a very fluid. Utah, as you just saw, had their second case of COVID outbreak. So they were shut down. Now they're shut down again, and we play them on the 2nd. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to play. So legitimately, 3 out of our first 4 Pac-12 games will be postponed. Now we're hoping to make the Stanford and Oregon State game up, and of course the Utah game if that indeed gets canceled or postponed. So it's a really tough situation for our young men to go this long without playing basketball, but we just want to play, and our players have been great attitude-wise and understanding. This is a unique time in the world, in the United States, and especially in college basketball.
Coach, you guys look like you were going to the dance last year, going to be in the big one. What's the expectations for this year, being such a wild year this year?
Well, I think our goal this year is to try to win the Pac-12 and go to NCAA Tournament, compete for a national championship like it was last year. I thought last year at 22 wins and 9 losses, we were right where we wanted to be. We were playing very good basketball. We were tremendous defensively. And we had a lot of experience at certain positions, and we had a lot of youth, but youth that had grown up throughout the course of the year. This year, it's very similar. We have some youth, and we do have some experience, but we don't have the senior leadership like we did with Jonah Matthews and Krakovic, a couple of grad transfers last year. We're a little different team this year, but I think we could be equally as good. We just have to try to keep getting better and get back on the court as quickly as possible.
Yeah, you just have to get back on the court. That's where it's all going to happen. And it sounds like December 29th, save that date, is the next one up on the schedule. We look forward to talking to Coach after that one. Appreciate you joining us here on Trojans Live.